Good morning, lovely people. So it's Sue's Crystal Wolf from Crowfire Talk. So we're doing our weekly reading for the 23rd of June. So we're just going to have, we've got a new, well, not a new set. We're going to use the Sacred Geometry Healing cards with the Sacred Path, the Medicine cards and the runes. So let's start off. Let's give it a shuffle. Once we've done the incense, actually, just like that. So I hope you're all well and good. I did wonder about doing this one because obviously I did the solstice reading, but I thought no, we'll go ahead, we'll do it. Just gives us the weekly message. I mean, the solstice one was specifically for that gateway and before and after. I mean, now we're in that energy of the new, so yeah, we just do a quick little reading and see what the energies are for the week. So what energies are going to hold us in flow and power alignment this week? Yeah, so I hope you've all had a good time. I've had my husband's 60th birthday, so we went out for a meal with mum and dad on Friday, and then me and the hubby went out yesterday for his birthday, and we had a lovely drive out in the countryside, and then we stopped at an amazing country pub called the Ragged Cot, which was truly awesome. Had beautiful gardens, and oh, it was just so lovely. We sat outside under this lovely shelter place they've got, and oh my god, I mean, it must look amazing at night because they've got candles everywhere, they've got patio heaters, and just it just must look lovely at night. It must be really lovely. So yeah, it was beautiful. We just chill. Oh, we're not going to use them. We just chilled out and yeah, had a nice time. So we're not, neither of us are much for like really, you know, we're not party people or anything, you know. He wouldn't have wanted a party. I didn't even like parties as a kid. It's never been my thing. So let's shuffle these. So we didn't do anything really exciting, but it was fine for us. It was nice. Although this year I'm going to go to Glastonbury for my birthday because we haven't been for ages, and I just thought that would be nice because my birthday's on a Sunday. I quite like Glastonbury on a Sunday because we normally go in the Georgian Pilgrim for a meal, and you know, they have obviously Sunday dinner. It can obviously get a bit busy though because especially this time of year it's more touristy. But yeah, so I shall take my birthday money and off to Glastonbury I will go. And I may come back with some goodies and I may not. Yeah, we'll see. So that's them shuffled. I feel quite happy with that. And off we go. Right then, I'm going to put them to the side over here with them, and we'll do our card for the, oh my goodness, look at that, we've got the same card. I mean, you saw me shuffle them. I mean, that is unbelievable. So we got the same card that we had last week. So yeah, things, ideas and needs manifesting. So it means that energy is still ongoing, and maybe it's because we've just gone through that solstice doorway, so it's still the same energy building up because we're taking what we've done from the previous into the new. Yeah, yeah, that's thrown me a bit, if I'm honest, absolutely honest. That's thrown me. I wasn't expecting us to get the same. So there's still residue energy. So maybe that's because we had the full moon as well. So the energies are still built up. So they're at that point of dissipating to a degree, really. So anyway, let's have a look. We got a hummingbird this time with it. So hummingbird is the card of joy and celebration. It's very much Wunyo energy, that energy of, you know, being grateful and celebrating and joyous connections. And so yeah, when hummingbird's about, it's that it's really seeing the deeper beauty, because if you think of the hummingbird, it's a very, very small little bird, but it brings so much joy and it's so beautiful. And the fact that I mean, that, you know, it's tiny and its wings beat so fast to keep its little body in the air, and it's just amazing. So we want to be grateful and joyous and celebrate anything, even if it's hard and difficult. We need the celebration and joy to it, because it's almost like celebrating everything that we've done previously, with, like, because we've built all the stuff up, we've got all the stuff, we've had the harvest, we're there, and so we now need to celebrate that. So yeah, I don't know, maybe that's it. Maybe it's like the energy's still there from last week because of that, because now is the time to now celebrate all those bits where we were still looking last week of letting go some stuff, and now it's like just being full celebration. And I mean, that'd be lovely if the week's going to be just joyous and celebratory. Let's pick our sacred geometry. Oh, but we need to stay grounded. So we need to, you know, ground and anchor ourselves in with that energy. So, so to me, that's saying like that we don't almost want to move forward as such. We need to stand there, we need to ground, we need to anchor, we need to stay in that space, be in that joy, be in that gratitude before we take that step forward. It's a bit Inguzy in the Ingu's energy, that we're gestating, we're in that bit before the birth, just before. So we need to ground and be we need to be, and do the celebration but stay grounded. And I think it's possibly going to be a bit of a slow week. Yeah, just it's feeling a bit, we might feel a bit stuck, because I think sometimes we do, once the energies shift, you know, from one part of the year to the other, once we go through the solstice doorways, we then we feel like we're in that plateau space if we're not moving. But it's now is the time to celebrate everything that we've accomplished and got to, and even the things that haven't fully manifested, the things that we can still be grateful for, because they've given us a learning or an understanding, and we can let them go, but just be in the gratitude of it all, just be in the joy of it all. So stay in that sort of energy, because it's not going to be a shifting, moving energy. It's we're there. So let's take our rune and see. My goodness, so many runes could come out for this. I mean, I'm getting Ingus, I'm getting Wunyo, I'm getting Perthro. So what rune is going to hold us in flow, alignment and power this week with those energies? We've got two runes. So oh my goodness, look at that. I've just said, what have I just said? Be in flow. We got Lagos, we got Ingus and Lagos, and that it's Ingus is about water and flow, and do you know, Lagos. I had that yesterday. Lagos is the water rune, is about flow, and it's about all. It's emotional. It has all those energies of every type of energy you can have. You can have, really deep, soulful, a dark night of the soul energy. You can have really high energy, like you're everything's flying, everything's amazing, it's all of that. But it's because water can be still lake water, it can be rushing waterfall, it can be rapids, it can be, the raging sea, it can be the calm of the sea. It's all of those. It encompasses every single thing. So all your emotions, all your feelings, all the depth and the frivolous and everything in between. It's all of it. And paired with Ingus again. Ingus has a lot of people just read Ingus as that gestation, that tiny little bit before birth, before the egg cracks and the bird comes out or the crocodile comes out, or what it's that gestation-y seed germinating. It's not sprouted, but it's germinating. It's very Perthrowy in that sort of energy as you're throwing the dice. It's not when the dice have been thrown. It's that bit before, just before. So paired together, I mean they're together anyway. I mean, because Lagos is so they're that way in the room row. Lagos comes first, Ingus after, but we've got it this way, and we'll read it this way. So we are in this place. So with all the other cards we've got, it's like we're in a place of, we're not yet moving forward. We're in the germinating gestation period. We need to stay grounded. We need to stay focused. We don't need to go out there and start making things, doing things. We need to be in that energy. We need to be grounding. We need to feel the joy of what is past, really connecting to gratitude, celebration, joy, and everything we've manifested. Be proud, be, pleased with what you've done. Maybe you've had quite a breakthrough on something. Could be a sort of, some project you've done. It could be about a job, it could be family stuff, it could be anything, and just celebrate it, but stay in that moment, because you're not meant to be like totally moving forward. So the flow state, you don't want to stay stagnant. So you want the ideas and that to manifest of the new, but you don't necessarily want to start putting things in place in an action way. You might want to put them in place in your mind. So you might want to journal on it. You might want to put ideas down, from what has come before you to move forward, but it's not exactly the time to move forward. But go with the flow of how you're feeling with things. So anything you're putting down and you're journaling, look at it. How does it feel with the Lagos energy? Does that have a really good flow to it? Does it have a really good feeling to it? Or or do you get a yucky energy? Because if don't move forward with something if the energy to it feels, doesn't feel quite right. So stay grounded and anchored in that, and deeply feel it, and then the flow can move. Sometimes a lake is just placid and still, and you want to be in that sort of energy. You're not in the rapids. You don't need to be, and you don't need to be fighting or trying to get upstream. You just want to get in the lake and lay on your back and look up the sun and look at the clouds floating by and just be, but stay focused in your center. You know, let the feeling be right in your center, right in your solar plexus. And you know, Laguz connects with more your sacral, and you know, you can go into the depths of the sacral energy and feel it, you know, really strongly feel those emotions. And when you're being grateful, don't just say it flippantly. Don't be flippant. Be really deep in the feeling of it. Really connect in with that Laguz depth of feeling. Be truly and utterly grateful. And even if you're having, you know, a hard, difficult time, still be grateful for the, you know, the fact that you have got food on your table, the fact that you have got your family around you, the fact that you have got running water, and you know, and things that you can be grateful for, things that, you know, the trees are blossoming, and all of that. It's be grateful at the small little things that bring joy into your life. I mean, if I look at like gratitudes for like on a daily basis, for me, I'm truly and utterly, one of the things that I am so utterly grateful for is to be able to have a cup of tea. And I know that sounds really, you know, I live in a fairly wealthy country, and you know, I mean, we still have homeless, and we, you know, and especially at the moment with all the crisis of living and all of that, and you know, there are people really truly struggling and suffering, and but to me, just being able to have a cup of tea, just being able to get the water out the tap, just being able to put it in a kettle, just being able to boil the kettle, because obviously that takes electricity, and just being able to sit down and have a cup of tea. And every time you know, I don't rush through my cup of tea. I do literally, it's not a complete full tea ceremony, but for me it is very special. And I know people might find that really bizarre, but for me, that is one of my joys in the day, is having a cup of tea. And I do have a few cups of tea, but yeah, so yeah, so that's really all I'm really getting. I'm getting to not totally move forward at the moment, to be anchored and grounded, but start preparing for the next part of moving forward. Start preparing where you want to go next, and yeah, that's it really. I think that is totally all I want to say. So Ingus and Laguz, thank you, and yeah, that's it. So love and blessings to everyone. I hope you get something from the reading. Obviously, if you see this reading in a year's time or 5 years time, if it's still up, there's probably a message in here for you somewhere, even though I'm doing it for the 23rd of June 2024. You know, it's a message that can be read in whatever time you come to the video. So yeah, so love and blessings to everyone. Thank you for everyone that's subscribed and watching my videos, really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye.